be. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We alive yet? We are live. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are live and we are on day 214. Yes, 214. And it is Soulfire Sunday. It is the beginning of the week, people. It's a amazing time period for us. Hey, Peter, how you doing? So, look at me. Look at me. I need you to hear me with your whole chest. So you've been lying to yourself. I know, because I've lied to myself too. See, we've all told ourselves we'll start tomorrow because I'm waiting for the right moment. I'm waiting to find the right person to have kids with. I'm waiting until I get my business successful before I start a family. I'm waiting until I have my house in the woods before I start my family. Yeah, we've all done that. We've also all tried and called ourselves evil things. We've also said that we're overwhelmed. I'm tired. Or better yet, I'm doing the best I can. As we go and lay back down, relaxing, and sit in front of that boob tube watching TV. See, but deep down inside, we know. Deep down inside, you know that you've actually been hiding. You've been delaying. You've been shrinking. You've been calling it patience. I'm waiting for the right time to start. I'm waiting for the right time to get started on whatever I'm doing. I'm waiting until Monday to get started so I can try and keep track of things properly. And you know what? That's where you've been lying to yourself. Because all you've been doing is come up with excuses to procrastinate. Because you're afraid to start. You're afraid of what happens if you start and you fail. What happens if you start and you stop? But after you tell everybody that you were doing it. What's up, bud? What's this? Well, thank you.
I don't know if you want any noodles because like there wasn't much in that back here.
That's all good. Thank you.
I made you some chicken fried stuff.
Thank you. And so what happens is you're afraid to start. And so you come up with an excuse that I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. I need to wait until I have my business in place. I need to wait until I have X amount of dollars saved. I need to wait until I have, whatever. And so you know what? Tonight, you're getting permission. You need to give yourself permission, but I give you full permission to give yourself permission to stop lying to your future self. Tonight's the night you gotta stop lying to yourself. Because when you stop lying to yourself, you stop lying to your future. And let's call the lies out. We're going to be honest about this. They're lies. You're scared. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay. All right? You've been waiting for permission from somebody that you don't even know to do something when actually you are the one you're waiting for permission to do it from. Nobody's coming to hand you the golden glove. Nobody's coming to hand you permission to go and start that new job. Nobody's coming to give you permission to go and start that new class. Nobody's giving you permission to go and write that new book or make them phone calls. The only one that can is you. And so, therefore, what happens is we come up with this excuse that I'm waiting for the right moment. I gotta feel motivated. I got to wait till I'm in the right mood. And that's a lie. That is a lie. You're scared to start. Because what happened? I'll tell you a story, all right? Back years ago, there was a guy at church, and at the end of the sermon, he went up to the pastor and he told the pastor about how amazing the sermon was and about how he's going to try and quit smoking because he felt motivated about everything that he said, and he's going to actually quit smoking. And the pastor grabbed him, pulled him by the arm, and said, "Come on, let's go." And he started pulling him towards the front. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Why? What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, we're going to pull you up in front of everybody, and you're going to testify anybody that you're going to quit smoking." Hey, Alicia. And he's like, "No, no, 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 no! Don't do that. Then I gotta have to." Exactly. See, people use the phrase, "I'm waiting for the right moment," because they don't want to testify that they're going to start something, because then they're going to have to do it. And so they're afraid to start. So they're saying, "I'm just going to wait for the right moment. I'm going to wait till I have $1,000 in a bank account. I'm going to wait until my car is in better condition. I'm going to wait until whatever." And that's one lie that we all tell ourselves. All of us do it. I do it. I admit I'm guilty. I'm Obed. I'm in Procrastination Anonymous. I'm good for that. Mark me down for procrastination level 10. I've got a PhD in procrastination. I'm now working on my doctorates. I'll get to it sooner or later. I got to procrastinate on it a little longer. Ha! Make sure I got it right. Right? No, I'm joking. But no, honestly though, we all try and tell the lie. We're saying we're waiting for the right moment, but truthfully, we're just afraid to start, because if we start, what if we fail and people see it? And truthfully, if we really want to be afraid of something, we should be afraid of, if we start, what happens if we succeed? Are we ready for what's to come? Are we ready for those blessings that we say we want? Are we ready for those goals? Are we ready for that future self of us that is coming when we actually start and put forth on our effort to get the job done, to start something new, start something fresh? I am talking. What, sweetheart?
I need help opening a cranberry juice.
Well, bring it here. I'll help you. And so what happens is, instead we get scared of what happens if we fail. So lie number 2 we tell ourselves, bear with me while I open the cranberry juice. Oh, oh man. Cranberry juice is good.
Looks like wine.
It's not wine, it's cranberry juice.
It looks like it.
Look, it's great value cranberry juice.
Why does it need to be great value?
Well, because I'm a cheap person. I buy the cheap generic stuff.
It's not you. Don't put it on there because it's gonna fall.
All right, well, don't put it on my papers because those are important. Lie number 2 we tell is, "I'm overwhelmed." I love you too, man. Thank you, Mason. You're awesome. Lie number 2 that we tell ourselves is, "I'm overwhelmed. There's too much on my plate right now to take care of this. We have too much work going on. We got too much." And you know what? No, that's not true. You're just undisciplined. You just haven't focused and aligned things up properly. You haven't scheduled yourself their priorities. You've been using chaos as a hiding place. I hate saying it like that, but you know what? I'm guilty too. I'm overwhelmed, Anonymous. I've been too busy to try and join any classes. I've been too busy working on my procrastination doctorate. And that's honest to God truth on that. I mean, we use the idea that we've got too much work to do. We've got too much work get done. We got too many things on our palate to try and take and spend time with our family. I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. ThePirateBay.org. I love you guys. Yar. Anyways, and so what happens is we use it as a hiding place so we don't have to attempt to do anything better with our lives. Once again, it's another lie that we tell ourselves. And you know what? There's another lie that we tell ourselves. And once again, guilty as charged. I'm on 3 for 3 here, aren't I, people? Man, talking about looking at my own self-worth, huh? I'm tired. How many out there have ever actually said, I'm tired, I'm not going to try and get started today? I'll wait till tomorrow. Guilty. In fact, I actually said that earlier today, that I'm going to try and work on my eBay listings tomorrow morning. Now, only because of the fact I was actually trying and working on something else. I'm looking at hiring somebody, but we're not going to talk about that right now. And so, long story short, the whole I'm tired bit is about you're being under challenged. You're actually bored. Me? Who's me? What about you, Alicia? You're tired? Well, that's because you're out enjoying life. Have a better life than I do. Out there enjoying it, taking a whole bunch of cool pictures. I love them, man. Good job. But no, seriously, we are all under challenged. Your soul is bored. Your potential is suffering. Because of the fact that you're saying you're tired and you're just not really utilizing your potential. You're not using your opportunities for the benefit of what you can actually do. You tend to try and say I'm tired because you just don't feel like starting. Because you're scared. Yeah, procrastination. Putting things off to tomorrow. Yeah, that was lie number 1. I'm waiting for the right moment. Yeah, I was talking about my PhD in procrastination. I'm working on my doctorate, but I'm waiting a little bit longer to finish that up. I got to procrastinate a little bit longer, make sure I've got it right before I put my doctorate in for procrastination. I'll be a master procrastinator by the time I'm done. But you know what? Yeah. But you know what? The point is when we say that we're tired, we're just under challenged. What happens is our mind is so far relaxed and not focused on our goals or our dreams, our ambitions, that we just are bored. Our potential is just suffering. It's suffocating. It's just sort of like if you've ever tried and have you ever tried and taken a paper bag and breathed in a paper bag for a while, and you breathe in a paper bag for a while, it's actually helped calm down people who hyperventilate. But if you do it when you're normal, you actually are breathing in your own carbon dioxide. And what happens is you're actually suffocating your brain, and you start getting tired because you're suffocating yourself. You're not giving yourself enough oxygen. Same concept. You say you're tired, but that's because you're not giving yourself enough challenge. You're not pushing yourself to what you really can do. You're not giving yourself those opportunities to really excel at the at, at the things that you can do. And finally, another one, and this one here I don't understand. I wrote these down. So is line number 4. We tell ourselves that we're loyal. And that it's like, well, wait a minute here. It says you're afraid of outgrowing people who benefit from you staying small. I don't understand that one. I'll be honest. You're afraid of outgrowing people who benefit from you staying small. I think that more or less looks along the lines of, and we're going to analyze this for a minute. Anybody who wants to kick in on that one, go for it. Line number 4 says, I'm loyal. No, because you're afraid of outgrowing people who benefit from you staying small, which means that the people around you need you to be who you are. And so you're afraid to outgrow them because you feel that by them being around you, you feel comfortable. You feel in your comfort zone. You feel welcome. You feel loved. You feel wanted. You feel needed. Where by saying that you're loyal to them, you're just sticking around people that are using you in all essence. And here's one I actually heard earlier today. My dream is complicated. I heard this earlier today, and I've heard it multiple times over the last few years. We're going to say that with exclamation. Years. Over the last few years. Your dreams are complicated. Are they? Are they really? If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. If your dream doesn't make you have to grow, it's not big enough. It's like in the Bible. All right, we're going to talk about the Bible for a minute. For those people who are non-Christians, just close your ears. It's a good book. Anyways, in the book of the Bible, it talks about people who go to heaven. And so in order for people to want to go to heaven, you got to have a great image of where they're going to go. All right. And so in the Bible, it talks about how heaven is made with streets lined with gold, and how mansions are out there, and so on and so on and so on. It's this big, huge, grandiose dreams. Makes you kind of want to go to heaven. So we're like, all right, well, we'll talk about let's talk about Disney World. All right, let's use this one a little closer. Everybody wants to go to Disney World, right? Why? Because of the fact they show how grand it is, and how nice it is, and how pleasant it is, and everything is so magical, and all the food and all the stuff like that, and all the characters, and all the good times, and all the good stuff that's going on there. But they don't show the bad things. In fact, they never show the bad things. They never show how many different people swap out of the costumes because of how hot they are throughout the summer months. How many times that the employees have to swap out of the costumes. They never show how in the back houses, how the streets are actually lined with, dirt and food and stuff like that. They never talk about that. Because if you've seen that, you'd be like, well, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. It's sort of like Nike shoes. Everybody wants Nike shoes. Why? Because, well, they're Michael Jordan's brand signature. They're the most expensive shoes on the planet. They're this, they're that, blah 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 blah. But nobody ever really pays attention to the fact that they're made in some third world country by kids making half a penny a day in sweatshops. Now, see, if people were to know that, they're going to be like, well, I don't want to buy their shoes now. And so, therefore, what happens is people say, my dream is complicated, because that way they don't have to worry about going after it. They feel gentle. They make their dreams feel gentle. They feel like it's easier to say, my dream is too hard to go after, so I'm just not going to go after it. It's a nice dream. It's a nice wish. If your dream doesn't scare you, if your dream doesn't make you have to grow, it's not big enough. If you can walk into Walmart and buy your dream right now, then it's not a dream, it's just a want. It's just, something that, you can just buy it and be done with. And that's the thing, is that something like that just kills your future. Because otherwise you don't really have a place where you want to extend yourself. You don't have some place to reach and grow to. Oh crap, I'll have to charge my phone or my watch. See, that's the thing, is dreams are complicated. You have to try and be committed to them. You have to put forth the work and effort into them. If they're too small, they're not worth it. You have to grow. If they don't scare you, they're not big enough. Because the thing is on my refrigerator, I actually have a magnet that I picked up years and years ago when I was in Rhino Enterprises. And it says, if the dream isn't big enough, if the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. Which means that, basically speaking, that it doesn't matter how big your dream is, because as long as you have it, you can work towards it. And the truth is, and I'll be honest, this is the kind one, the one that will save you. You don't need to shame yourself for lying. You don't have to punish yourself. We do it ourselves all the time. And that's, we need to stop that. Trust us. Trust me. Life will punish us just fine. I don't know about you guys, but life is seriously with me. So we don't need to punish ourselves. We don't need to punish ourselves for settling. We don't need to hate ourselves for delaying. We just need to stop. Because the moment you stop lying to yourself about your dreams, about your goals, about your starting your journey, the dreams stop being a distant dream and they start being an available goal. Because dreams don't respond to hope. Dreams respond to honesty. The other day I was actually at my doctor's office, and this is actually kind of cool because I was all excited about this because it's like we did the weigh-in and all 9 yards like that. And long story short, I was really excited about that. And he was like, hey, you've done really good. You've lost 70 pounds in less than 6 months. That's excellent. Thank you. He's like, you had a goal of being below 300 by July 1st. He's like, you didn't make it, but you are there now. Yep. I'm like, with that in mind, do you think I could probably make it to 250 by my birthday in April? He was like, oh yeah, based on what you've already done, yeah, you can make it. He's like, you could probably even do it before the end of the year if you pushed yourself. Like, yeah, you might be right. He's like, I bet you could. I bet I could too. So guess what? My goal is, I changed my goals. I had a goal of being below 300 by the end of the year. I just now officially changed my goal to be below 250 by the end of the year. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited. Woo! it's going to be good times. Because in less than 13 days, I'm going to be in Atlanta. That's going to be exciting. And I'm going to be on stage with David Power Talk and a whole bunch of other amazing speakers talking. And I get to talk twice. So this is going to be, yeah. Oh, good times. TEDx in July, Atlanta in August. What's going to be September? Anyways. But no, all kidding aside, I'm actually looking at hiring an agent. So, and that's the thing is, dreams don't respond to hope. Dreams respond to honesty. And when you're honest about the idea that, hey, you're going to try, you're going to do, you're going to focus on your future, you're going to try and do everything you can to step up and go after your dream, nothing is going to stop you. Because you know what? All that yuck, the scary things, the obstacles, the things that life throw in your way to try and break you down, to knock you down, to get you off your dreams, those are just obstacles. And my favorite quote is, are they a wall or are they a weight? If they're a weight, that's what gyms are for. You go there and you learn how to lift weights. You get stronger. If they're a wall, you go over it, you go under it, you go around it. Or sometimes if you're like me, you just go right through it. I've got drill bits that'll go through a lot of different walls. And it's possible. You just got to start believing in yourself. Because you know what? You have withstood more than you know. You've carried storms quietly. You've survived seasons that should have broken you. But you can't withstand your way into your dream. You can only withstand your way to the truth.
You're still going?
Huh? Yes.
Have you not eaten yet?
I don't eat on my life.
Oh.
And you know what? Now,
Love you.
Love you too, bud. Good night. Now, you can own your stories. You can own the lies that you tell yourself. You can own the delays. You can own your excuses. You can own your fear. And you can own the fact that you've been playing small. And your ownership isn't a punishment. It's liberation. Because once you own, you can't change it. It changes you. And that's where everything shifts. That's when you start to become. That's when the moment you win. You win the moment you stop lying to yourself. You win the moment you stop negotiating with your potential. You win the moment you stop babysitting your excuses. You win the moment you stand up. You win the moment you take that step. Because winning isn't loud. Winning is honest. And once you realize that you've been unavailable to your own destiny, you'll expose your lies and you'll give yourself permission. Permission to rise. Permission to want more. Permission to stop shrinking. Permission to stop apologizing for your own fire. And this is the moment. This is the moment right here, right now, where you stop lying to yourself, where your dream can finally stop running from you, and you can try and stop waiting on resources because it's waiting on your honesty to yourself. It's not waiting on timing. It's waiting on your courage. It's not waiting on your approval. It's waiting on you to do something. So tonight, Say it to yourself. I've been lying to myself and I'm done. Tonight, say it to yourself. I've been settling and I'm done. Tonight, say it to yourself. I've been shrinking and I'm done. Where'd you go? Come back here. Hey. Hello? Goofball camera. Stop looking at my work that I've been procrastinating on. That's my doctorate over there. So until your excuses get uncomfortable, say it until your future gets loud. Because now it's time to step up. It's time to make your next move your loudest one yet. Because like I've said, you've withstood more than people know. You've owned more than people seen. It's time to win in a way that nobody can ignore. You need to stop lying to yourself and start living your dream. For more daily inspiration, for more one-on-one, for more information, for more courses that you can take on your own time frame, to be a part of a community where there are other like-minded people, go to my bio and click that start.wowwithobit.com and join my school community. It's free. It's free. No commitment, no credit cards, free. Go there, check it out. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Have an excellent evening. Believe in yourself, because I believe that you can do it. I believe great things are coming for you.